Hey, you, welcome back. It's Jyoti. What's happening? The VANTARA reaction got such good response from you guys. I'm so happy because I was like, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this with me, but I wanna cover a lot of other things that we need to talk about in the world beyond just music. So that's a sort of offbeat reaction that I put out there, and I'm so glad that you all loved it and said we want more and don't stop covering VANTARA. I mean, this is truly one ka tara, the way the work that they're doing there, and it was so required. It was so required, especially in our country. Our wildlife has so much to offer, and we need to take care of our jeev jantu, hai na? So again, mad respect to Ananta Mani. Man has his values and intent in the right place. So this is Forrest Galante's part 2 of the same series. So I'm going in order. I know there are other videos that you all recommended, one about the birds and another one about the reptiles, I think, and another YouTuber, his series, someone said he made 5 videos recently. So I'll get to all of those. Please share links in the comments of whichever one you'd like me to cover. But ye series abhi chal rahi hai, so this is part 2. And I think Forrest himself has a special video on just the elephant sanctuary. Elephants, as you know, are my favorite. I will get to that video for sure. But let's go to part 2 right now. Welcome to our VANTARA tour part 2. To be clear, this is not a zoo. This is a rescue and rehab center dedicated to conservation. Thank you for the honor of allowing us to film here. And thank you, Ananta Mani, for caring so much about these incredible animals. I agree. Oh, big shout out to my good buddy Dean Schneider for coming to visit. Oh, Dean is that guy with the lions, right? Keep an eye out for his video soon. Okay. Love it. Okay, let's watch part 2, guys. Very excited. Hopefully I will not cry. We're going to watch this at 1.25. Chalo, 1, 2, 3, play.
Today, I'm getting an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of the world's largest animal sanctuary. There are tigers all around me. Welcome home. There he
Penguins.
is. Owned by billionaire Anand Ambani. This facility has saved over 500,000 animals with no plans of stopping. My camera team and I are the first team in history that have ever been allowed to film here, and today I'm taking you on an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of a billionaire's private rescue and rehab, VANTARA, India. And in a facility so big, there's no better place to start than a tiger safari. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh God, here he comes. Hi, hi, hi.
Nice.
Wow. Hi. Hello. Oh my God. Hi, look here. Oh God, I feel like bait. So look at how unbelievably cool this is. I am in this custom fabricated cage with these unbelievable massive tigers, 5 tigers roaming around me. And it's not just because I want to get close to the tigers. It's because these animals have come from a life of captivity and they're used to being hand-fed. But in an effort to make these animals wild tigers once again and keep them comfortable, here at VANTARA, we're hand-feeding them out in a giant 10-acre paddock where they can act like tigers. They can go swimming, they can forage, they can hunt. But because they're used to being fed and they're used to being around people, the right thing to do, the responsible thing to do, is keep them comfortable and feed them meat like this until they're capable of going out and hunting it down on their own without getting so habituated to being fed in the same location every day. But for now, it's like I'm bait in the craziest tiger shark cage dive of my life. Check this out. Whoa, he can get his whole paw through there. Look at that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, he's totally hunting. Whoa, look at that. Hello. Look at you. Hello, big kitty. You're a scary cat, aren't you? I feel so lucky that in my life I've gotten to experience so many incredible wild things and wild creatures. And here, getting to connect so intimately with these tigers where I'm the one on display. I'm the thing that's acting as bait. I'm the creature in a cage. And the tigers are out in the open in this wild 10-acre paddock where they get to roam around and be wild tigers. It's such a treat. It's one of the coolest experiences ever. Look at this. I got a tiger right here roaming around me. A tiger out there in the lake. And this guy in this crazy perspective. This would be the last thing that you would ever see if you were to be attacked by a tiger looming over you like that as he attempts to eat you. I mean, that is a perspective that no one gets to see. That is so insane. But that's nothing compared to the other experiences I'm going to be having in this video. And first, let's introduce some rescued penguins to their brand new enclosure. Big day here at VANTARA because the penguins have finally arrived. 7 beautiful Humboldt penguins rescued from Dubai. Yeah, guys.
Rescued from
everybody's come out to
Dubai?
see them. It's really exciting because there have never before been penguins here at VANTARA. So nobody's even seen them yet except for the rescue team. And going inside, releasing these guys into their brand new forever home where they are going to live out their days in real conditions, in icy cold water, a giant refrigerator for a home, and of course salt marine environment, which they require, is going to be so awesome. So you guys ready? Everybody ready? Okay, here we go. Everybody's very excited.
He's getting to release them. Not jealous at all.
Hello. Welcome home. There he is. Woohoo! Yes, look at that. Everybody is so excited. The first penguin to arrive into its new home. He's going to check out the waterfall. I'm hoping he's going to hop in the water, and while he does that, let's bring more boxes. Okay, more penguins. There you go. Come on out. There you go. I keep releasing the penguins one by one.
Oh
and
my
with each new
God.
penguin, they all feel a little bit more at home.
Oh, man.
So here we go, the very last
That's
of
right,
7
man.
Humboldt penguins heading out into his new home. Go on, buddy. Go on. It's okay. And
Oh,
look at that.
they're
There he
so
goes.
freaking
Heading off to
cute.
join his friends. Potentially the first time in his life getting to see proper chilled salt water in a proper enclosure where they can be happy. And let's see. Yep, straight into it, just like typical penguins. Straight into feeding, happy as can be. And what an amazing story it is to see these guys go through what they've been through and come here and have this entire thing built for them in under a week. And now, just like that, they're playing, they're feeding, and they are happy.
Now it's time to risk it all in the name of animal enrichment.
You know, I've dedicated my life to conservation and animals, and today, putting that life on the line. It's all about behavioral enrichment here, and I want to make sure that these animals are as enriched as they can get. So, what I'm going to do is make myself the behavioral enrichment. Might not be the safest thing we've ever done. It's an interesting test. And if it's good for the animals, it's good for everybody. Kyle, come on in here. Mitch, you too. Here's what I need you guys to do. Take this honey, put it on me, on my shirt, smear it all over the shirt, and then take those nuts, stick it on. We'll see how this goes.
All right.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't think we need it that much.
Why not?
That's right. Why not?
Why not?
You sure you want to do this, dude? This does not seem like a good idea.
We're gonna try it. Why are you adding more honey? Okay, you guys clear? You in a safe spot? Okay, my Tosh, release the beasts.
Release who? No.
So these are not beasts. These are ringtail lemurs that
Oh
have
my
come from
God, look
Madagascar.
what
And
I have
sadly,
here.
they've been rescued from all over the planet for this exact reason. People think that they're adorable and that they're cute and that they make good pets, and they do not. So they get smuggled out of Madagascar, they get captively bred, and right here, they've created a rescue troop of animals from across the planet. And we thought, because most of them have been hand-raised, it would be fun to make ourselves a little bit of
it
behavioral
the same?
enrichment and let them come,
I think
jump all over us,
similar.
lick some honey, eat some raisins, and have fun, because sadly, these animals can never go back into the wild. This is their life. So look at this. This is iconic of
man.
bad husbandry. This lemur here is missing an ear, and back here missing most of his tail, and you can be
Aw,
sure that's
man.
from just poor practices, really, of keeping them and why these animals shouldn't be in captivity. All right, so now that we've done the lemur bodysuit,
I thought it was
I'm
like
grab a
gonna
quick
be
shower.
dangerous,
Let's go
but
check
it
out some
turned out
other
to be
really cool
cute.
animals.
Let's meet a baby jaguar who's been faced with a world of adversity.
So Forrest, I want to show you something which actually involves a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a really dark side of what wildlife trade is doing to this world.
Oh, it's a baby jaguar. She has pain and suffering?
Yes, her name is Gracia.
Hi, Gracie. Oh my God.
You notice something?
Not really.
She's not able to move the hind limbs. That's why she's so calm.
I
Can you
see.
believe a jaguar in this big area would stay in front of you?
No, I assumed she was an orphan or hand-raised or something. Wait, so
So-
her back legs are paralyzed?
Not paralyzed, it's known as, let's say, hip dysplasia.
Okay.
So a lot of inbred animals has this problem.
So this is
their
from
socket
captive.
joints are
God,
all
so
infused. And with
sad.
the growing age, it's becoming still.
That must be incredibly painful.
It's very bad, but she's a really sweetheart. At this age, a jaguar should explore all the areas around, and they should have played a lot. But with this condition for her, it's very tough. She's a baby, she wants to explore everything.
Yeah.
So this whole area is designed for her. You see, we have not given any heighted enrichments.
There's nothing to
Everything
climb,
is
yeah.
bushy, everything is on ground. So at least she could move, she could play with. And she loves grasses a lot.
I see that.
So, yeah, a lot of grasses have been planted for her.
And do you think that she's in? Oh God, that's really
not good.
hard to look at. Is there anything that can be done for her?
We are trying whatever best we can do
Oh
for
God,
her.
look at that. That's terrible.
All the
Oh,
latest
man.
technologies, all the scans, all my veterinarian teams, our biologist team, we're giving her enrichments every day where she's on constant medication also.
Yeah, you can see. Look at the bridge of the nose. Like it's so fat. You know.
It's very fat. Let's say it's very tough for them to inhale and exhale as well.
Yeah. Very clear inbreeding. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What does her future actually look like?
I don't know, but our major focus is to let her survive, and we want to see her back on the four legs, how a cat should walk.
Let me ask you this then. It's a hard question, especially when you're seeing such a beautiful little animal. But is it worth keeping her alive? Is her quality of life worth it?
Yes, there's definitely something. God has sent her on earth. There's something living inside her, and we are trying everything best possible to make her life better.
So you do honestly feel like the right thing to do is try everything to keep her alive?
This is our child.
Yeah.
We are doing all the way possible to make her life far, far better than this condition.
You're still a big cat, aren't you? You're still such a big kitty.
Naman brought me to meet Gracia today. What's so sad about Gracia is that the captive facility that bred her mother likely bred it with her mother's brother. So that genetic inbreeding has created this hip dysplasia that is not only sad to see in Gracia, but creates an immense amount of pain. That pain leads to an ethical conversation that Naman and I had about quality of life. And is it worth keeping this animal alive, given how beautiful it is, but also given that it's in such immense amounts of pain, should it be euthanized? Should it be put down instead of enabled to live longer? And Naman said something that really resonated with me as a parent, which was, imagine if this was your child. What would you do? You'd do everything you could to make its life better and keep it alive. And that's what they're doing here. And it's an amazing thing to see, but it doesn't take away how sad of a situation it is for Gracia. But it is beautiful. She is beautiful.
VANTARA has hopes they can keep Gracia alive until she is fully grown. Only then can they attempt a dual hip transplant to give her working hip joints and hopefully restore her ability to walk. But for now, let's shift gears and celebrate, because today we're introducing 4 baby black bears to their first real enclosure.
This is so exciting because here at VANTARA, they change and constantly reconstruct the paddocks to keep the animals engaged and entertained. And today, after how many weeks?
About 4 weeks.
4 weeks of work, they have built this unbelievable bear playground that is just for these 4 rescue baby Asiatic black bears. So look at how adorable these guys are. Come in here and say hi to them. Hi, little sweeties. Hi, look how cute they are.
Oh my
These
God.
are 4 of the cutest, most lovely little teddy bears you've ever
Where
seen.
is the
Little
mom?
rescues. And in the next 10 seconds, they're gonna head out of their enclosure and explore this all new area with tree houses, logs, fresh grass, a waterfall, all things that they've never had before. It's so exciting if you're a little black bear. It's just so exciting. Okay, let's back out. Here we go. We're gonna let them out. We'll count it down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let them out. All right, come on. Come. Look. Oh my goodness. Look, they're such little flute balls. They are so cute.
Oh my God.
Oh, they found the watermelons. What's so cool, listen to these noises.
That's the num-num noises that they make.
Num num.
So whenever they get busy,
I also
so whenever
make-
they're drinking milk
Yeah.
or very busy enjoying their food, they make this kind of noise.
That's the num-num.
Num-num noise.
One of the things that you guys do at VANTARA that I find so interesting is every 3 to 6 months, you'll completely redesign the interior of an enclosure.
Yeah.
So this is all brand new.
This is all brand new, and I think in about 4 months, when these guys, grow up a little bit, we're going to be changing them again. So because their size changes, their weight changes,
Yep.
and their needs change.
Sure.
So while we are observing them, we find out, like what exactly do they need, what are they using, what are they not using,
Yep.
and then we plan the next set
Oh
of,
my
like
God.
structural enrichments like that.
Uh-huh.
So the next set that is going to come in is going to be much more curated to their particular individual needs, and this is something that I want them to kind of, explore that way.
Is this the first time they've been in a big paddock?
Yes.
So cool.
This is the first time these 4 little Asiatic black bears have been out in a big enclosure.
Yeah.
As they grow over the next 4 months, they'll put them back, put them there for maybe another week
Another
or 2,
week or so.
tear all this down and rebuild it.
Rebuild it,
But
exactly.
what is the craziest about that, correct me if I'm wrong, come look, there's nuts for you too. Oh, yes, 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 yes. The craziest thing about that is, if that's not enough, once a year, you'll then rotate them to an entirely new
Yeah,
enclosure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So new smells, new kind of area, because if you know, in the wild, bears keep walking.
Yep.
They don't have very, solid
Like a
areas.
territory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it also gives them a nice window to kind of explore other areas also. And the scents, like for example, we'll move them to a place where it has a scent of another bear.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to be exploring, they're going to be trying to find out what that smell, belongs to.
Yep.
And that's also sort of enrichment for them. It's like a new, fresh beginning.
Look at this.
He's
It's just
like
a pile of
looking at
baby
me.
bears living their best life here, and it's just
Aw,
such fun. I mean,
so
this
cute.
is the best life if you're a little bear. Look at this. I didn't even see this one here. I got a little fluff ball by my knees. Hello. There's just bears everywhere. Little teddy bears everywhere. It's just so freaking cute, and they're just such awesome, exciting little animals. And now they get to grow up not in a cage with a concrete floor with a miserable life, but socialized with a group of others living in an area with tree houses. 4 months, when they outgrow this style of life, this will get changed, and then after another 6 or 9 months, they'll move into another paddock, and their life will continue like that so that there's constant enrichment. It's just great. It's like for each stage of their life,
Yeah.
you guys build something to keep them happy.
Exactly.
No zoo, no collection does this. You usually get an animal, you stick an enclosure, sure, maybe you make improvements, but here, you customize the enclosure for each stage of life for the animal, and you move them from enclosure to another to keep it stimulating,
That's
keep it
very
like a new
thoughtful.
environment, keep it like a new part of their life.
They always have something to look forward here.
Hi, where are you going? Hello, little bear. You're a little bear.
Now it's time to
The-
interact with some of the cutest and weirdest animals that roam
Baby
the
voice
planet.
comes out.
But before we get there, I couldn't resist making a quick stop at what might just be the world's only weight loss retreat for crocodiles.
Weight
Ajay.
loss.
What's the matter with you? Why are you feeding these now crocodiles so much? Look at how fat this thing is.
He is quite a fat guy, but that's because these guys all were rescued from a crocodile farming situation in Africa.
Well, not just that though. They're from skin farms, right?
Correct.
The fatter you make a crocodile, the more skin it has, the more
Correct.
bang for your buck. People always say that saltwater crocodiles are the deadliest crocodile. I think these are much worse.
That's really true because they have a lot more access to be deadly than
That's
saltwater
right.
crocs.
Exactly right. And the fact that they've literally evolved for millions of years to eat large mammals and not fish, these things are targeting us. Aside from how dangerous he is, and quite frankly how dangerous this is sitting here, they're way too fat.
Yeah.
You know this.
So we have these guys on a very, very strict diet plan. His food is actually very strictly rationed and monitored. So he's putting away less than a couple of kilos a week.
I eat more than that.
He eats less than that in a week, and what we do to get them a little bit of exercise periodically is also have them swim up and down for their food. So we feed them one bit over there and then call them out to the other end. So we make them work for whatever little bit it is they're eating, so they slowly burn off all the extra weight.
So what you're saying is it's fat camp for crocs.
More or less. More or less.
It's crocodile fat camp over here. I love it. I don't want people watching this to be fooled. Just because it's fat doesn't mean it's not dangerous, right?
The bigger they are,
The more dangerous
they are at the end of the day. This guy is certainly big enough to.
But when you think of, things that are really, really obese, you think of limited mobility. Do you mind if I steal this?
Absolutely.
Let's go over here. Come over here, guys. Look at these two females over here. In my opinion, tell me what you think. As far as body ratio goes, she is even fatter than he is.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, these animals are obese, and I think it's awesome that you're doing everything you can to get them back to being healthy, fit, active crocodiles. Well, this is great, Ajay. Thanks for showing me this. Thanks for putting these crocs on a diet.
Absolutely. We like to have them this way, and if you like these guys, you should see what we have lined up for you to do next.
Ooh, sounds good to me. Bye, big girl, you big fatty.
What you're about to witness is beyond rare. In fact, it's the only one of its kind ever recorded. But just as we're on our way to see this extraordinary creature, we stop once again for an unexpected, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
So this is extremely exciting. Come, girl. Because after spending a couple weeks here working with Dr. Adrian, my good buddy Dean here showed up.
Hello, hello.
If you don't know Dean, he's a wildlife conservationist who has an incredible bond with animals.
Yeah,
he currently
I've seen
takes
Dean.
care of and lives among a pride of lions at his sanctuary in South Africa.
He's here to work with some of the cats, as are we, so I'm very lucky I get to
my
bring
God, they're
this
bringing,
beautiful
like,
mama and her 5 cubs out
Really?
here and give them a feeding, simulating how it would go in the wild. Look at the little puffballs coming behind you, Dean. How cool are they?
Goodness.
So we'll just bring this whole goat carcass right there and let mama go to town on it. But you see just how happy and conditioned these guys are.
That is unbelievable,
So
man.
cool. What I find so amazing about this is this breeding program is the future of Indian cheetah conservation. What these guys, I've learned, are being conditioned for is this climate, these microbiomes in their stomach, and just getting ready for India. So these 4 right here and their little sibling, there's 5 babies here, could actually be the future of cheetah rewilding in India and the first successful generation to come back in over 100 years.
Wow. Is that the first litter of her?
This is her first litter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are her first set of cubs. And she came as a rescue here to Vantara, made it here, and now this is the first generation of cheetahs born here at Vantara, and likely them, but I would say almost 100% their offspring will end up being rewilded. So.
And so is it true that if you want to rewild their offspring then, you'll limit or eliminate 100% of human contact?
Close, it's a balance. So one thing that we've learned in rewilding programs, especially with big cats, is you don't want them to be so scared of people that you can never observe them, but you don't want them to be so habituated that they come to people. So it's really a delicate balance. At this age and size, it's okay to be close, but as time goes on, we'll sort of wean them off of attention and get them to a relative level of comfort. Oh, I know, how cute are they?
Unbelievable.
But not conditioned to come to people.
Yeah.
So that's what the team here at Vantara are working towards, and I'm just so lucky that I've been able
my
to come
God,
and work with
look
these
at
little
that.
fuzzballs. I mean, it's a dream come true for me.
Amazing. And it's crazy how cool the mother is with us being in the environment.
Totally. And this is trust. This is trust that the keepers here
100%.
have built with her, and I've been coming to see her every day for about 2 weeks now. So I've developed this level of trust. It's just the most
Especially a
magical thing.
mother and her cubs, no matter what species, is always a very sensitive topic. And if you look at this setup here, especially during feeding session, right, to be able to be that close, I mean, I guess I'm one of the only one who can do that with my lions in South Africa, but seeing this amount of trust being built here in Vantara is absolutely insane.
It's been a fantastic, It's been a fantastic experience to share this here with Dean. And Mama says, hey, back off, we're gonna eat. So we're gonna do that, we're gonna let her be. Buddy, thank you, man.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Now it's time to meet the genetic marvel and world's only leucistic okapi. But getting close is not going to be easy, as he doesn't like strangers very much.
Mizu.
He's the
Just
only
give me a
one?
little space, just lens in.
Oh
Hey,
my
Mizu.
God.
Almost. Mizu, look. Hi. Nope. Hi. Look at this. This is not working.
I'm trying to feed him all of his favorite foods, and it's just not working. Luckily, one of his keepers has an idea.
For the last 20 minutes, I've been trying to get close to Mizu, the world's only leucistic okapi, to show how incredibly special it is. And the keeper here is suggesting that it's the dress code. He's used to a certain dress code as performed by his keepers. So I'm going to put on his sweatshirt. All right, take 400.
Let's see if that
I start
works.
approaching at a pace that a normal keeper would.
Mizu, what's this, buddy?
Mizu already looks a little less tense than before.
I cannot believe that worked. That's insane. Look at how crazy this is.
Animals
This
are
is literally
so
the rarest
smart.
of rare creatures here. The world's only leucistic okapi named Mizu, which is Swahili for ghost. There is nothing more rare at this entire facility, and
Ghost
arguably
Mizu.
no creature more rare on Earth than this right here, the world's only leucistic okapi. It's an unbelievable looking thing. Okapis already don't look real. They look like animals that have been made up, drawn by a child with their waxy coat and their giant ears and their funny horns. And this one, being leucistic, it really does look like a ghost. What's so cool is we're sort of in the back corner of this enclosure for
Look at his
Mizu, the
ears.
young male here. But he's got a big, beautiful female over there in this huge acre-wide paddock that he gets to grow up in, which when coming from a super congested private collection in the UAE to this is unbelievable. Getting to see
From
this
the UAE.
leucistic okapi, this creature that is so otherworldly, is, I mean, it is truly an unbelievable thing. And just like a ghost, that's it. That's as much as he's going to give us. But wow, that is honestly the most beautiful animal I think I've ever seen. Bye, buddy.
And after seeing one of, if not the rarest animal on the entire planet, I promise you, you've never seen anything
What is
like what's
that?
coming up next.
Kali
Today at
Mata
Vantara,
temple
we're
is
going to be
also
trying
there.
something really interesting. We're
So
taking a look
nice.
at these beautiful rescued South American tapirs that came all the way from meat markets in Venezuela. But these guys are young and they love to play. And at dusk, they like to head out into their paddock and have a swim and have a romp around. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going
What
to
is this
try and get a
animal?
dog harness on one of these juvenile tapirs and then let them out as they run out into their paddock to have a play and see if we can get a really unique look
I
and
have never
perspective
seen this
at
animal.
giant tapir play. Hi, you beautiful little thing. Can we see if this is going to work? Well, that was easier than expected. You are much fatter than I realized.
He's just going on
Okay, so
smelling
that
him.
goes like that. And these have to go under the legs. Oh, man. Okay. Hi. There we go. Look at that. I did not know that was going to be that easy. I thought we were going to have a whole mountain of trouble trying to get you in this. But so far, so good. Now, what's really cool, and most people don't know, is that these guys are closely related to rhinos. They're basically South America's version of a rhinoceros, which is crazy because if you think about eating a rhino, it seems like an absolutely insane proposition.
Why
But
would you eat
that's
it?
what happens to these
Anyway.
guys. They're heavily hunted for meat markets, and that's why they've ended up all the way here in Vantara. And this is a whole herd of just beautiful, friendly babies that I adore. All right, I got one more strap, okay? Don't freak out. Don't freak out. The belly strap. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Hi. There we go. We got it. We got it. You're a tapir in a harness. I cannot believe this is working. So here we are looking down the barrel of a tapir. And in a few minutes, she is going to head out with all of her buddies to
Look
go
at
have a
those
swim and
ears.
have a play. All right, you ready to go have some fun?
At first, our new little camera girl was hesitant to show all her friends her new tech. But with some reassuring pets from her handler, she mustered the courage to go out and play.
There she goes.
Aw.
And she was definitely not scared of the water.
Oh, damn.
She even left a little surprise for our camera team.
So here we are with all the baby tapirs, and they're heading out in the water, including our hilarious tapir vision camera as they're swimming around. Look at them all. Hey, Scruffy, here, have a banana. Oh, that didn't work. I don't think anybody has ever put a dog harness perfectly suited to a baby Brazilian tapir on it before, just to get this hilarious shot. But look at that. I believe that our tapir vision cameras were a success. I think this is the first time in history anybody's ever put a dog harness on a juvenile tapir, certainly in India. So I'm going to start taking this off right now, and we'll be able to get our fun perspective. Now, just chill out. No,
Just
loves you guys.
He
I
just
swear she got
keeps
fatter
smelling.
because it's harder to get it off now than it was
Aw.
to get it on. Well, I think this has been a great success. So we'll head back, take a look at this footage, and call
So
it a day.
sweet. Look at that nose.
We have 2 more GoPros down.
What?
You're not done.
You gotta get those other two.
I'm not getting those cameras.
Oh, yeah?
Look at the amount of poop in there. No
You
way.
wanted underwater shots. You gotta go get it.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't pooped in the water so much. All right, screw it. I'll do it. Not happy about this, though.
Tapirs poop almost exclusively in the water, and you can see here with the before and after how quickly they turn this crystal clear pool into a poop soup.
Oh, man. Look at the size of these friggin' nuggets that I'm in here swimming with.
Oh my god.
It smells so bad.
How is he getting?
Okay, I'm going for it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I didn't need to go all the way under. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. I was so caught up in the moment.
Oh my god. He's
I don't know why I
in
did, why
poop
did I do
water.
that? I wasn't even thinking. There's literal feces in my eyes. All right, I think we're done for today.
Oh shit, that's it. Oh my god, what is the next part? I have to find the next part. That was so fun. Can't believe we went into poop water. I have never seen that animal before. But oh my god, I continue to be amazed and shocked at the level of thoughtfulness and detail and care, and just they're making fat crocodiles that were that were raised to become fat so they could have more skin and they could make bags and belts and shoes out of the skin. Like, come on, I don't understand how people can do that to animals. I just don't understand. And I don't understand how people can buy that stuff, crocodile skin and this skin. Just fashion doesn't need to be cruel, man. So they've got the the animals on a diet program. That's so cute. And that entire section about Gracie, I couldn't help but cry. The minute he said that she's our child, oh my God, you could feel the parental bond right there. And to think that all the people working at Vantara have that mamta in them, it just shows in all of their faces and the things they do. Imagine rescuing baby bears and giving them freedom for the first time and then recreating their environment for them every few months just so they feel as close to their natural habitat as they can. That entire uh, uh, this thing about rescuing penguins and other animals, like people, okay, I'm not going to go into those zones, but yeah, just whenever I feel like I followed Vantara's Instagram recently, and there was one animal rescue reel that popped up. I just keep watching all their reels now because now the algo gives me more of that in my feed. And they're like, Maniki was an elephant they rescued, but there are so many more like them. So here's our number, here's our email. As soon as you see an animal in distress, just reach out to us. Like, they are that on top of it. We are not satisfied with, so many thousands and thousands of animals that we've already rescued, that we're already working in the conservation programs, all of that. We are out here waiting to rescue even more. And I think that is so brilliant. Like, every time I have seen, an animal that doesn't look like it's well fed or well taken care of, either a horse or an elephant on the road, any animal that I have seen, I'm just like, what do I do? What do we do? There's no number to call. There's no one to complain to. There's no one to, this thing. And now there is a number, there is an email. Just find out who the animal belongs to, get their contact details, and then drop these guys a line. And I think the mission that Vantara and Anand have set for themselves to rescue every animal in need and pain is just so freaking, I don't have the words. It's just it's God's work. It's honestly God's work. And if everyone had that, uska thoda sa bhi fraction ka compassion for living beings, then the world would just be so much nicer a place to live in. But yeah, that conservation program with the cheetahs and the I can't believe the end he jumped into the pool of poop. So imagine every time they go for a swim and they poop in the water, the whole thing has to be drained out and refilled and cleaned and everything. Man, I really admire all the people who work at Vantara and the level of upkeep, maintenance, and care and all of that. Beautiful, just beautiful. I think a lot of people who work there are probably also people, like, I'm sure Anand has gone around and brought the best, experts for each animal into the fold. And even those people must be grateful because they must have been working on their own, in their own personal capacity or whatever capacity to help animals and to learn about animals and everything in their life. And now finally there's like an institution and a place that respects that and brings them into the fold and says, you have to take care of this particular species and animal and plan for them and work for them. It's any animal conservationist's dream come true, I feel. Love it, love it. I really hope Gracie becomes like, her life is less painful and she becomes healed as she gets older and is able to have a replacement surgery. The lemurs were hilarious. I just remember King Julian. So a friend of mine went on a safari in Africa and she brought this back for me. It's just a little gift, sits on my desk. But very cute. There's another, I'd been to Johannesburg once, and like a fool, I didn't pick up any of these souvenirs. And then a friend of mine she went and brought me this very tall wooden giraffe because she's like, you're a giraffe, so I got you a giraffe. It's not here in my room, but yeah, sweet things. And I'm just, on that note, I have to say, I'm so glad that, Vantara is like closed to the public. I think it should remain that way. And it's solely, a rescue and rehab and conservation center, which is just amazing. So I can't wait to get to the next part of this. Let me know if there are other YouTubers whose videos on Vantara I should cover. Would be helpful if you leave the link as well with your suggestion. And please do hit the subscribe button. I really, really want to hit 200K this year. So please help me with that. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and take care of all the animals around you. Live long and prosper.